What's up, Channel Fireball YouTube? Welcome to another Lords of Limited Showdown video. My name is Ethan, also known as Lord Tupperware. So here, if you've never tuned in for one of these before, what we got going on here is Mr. Metronome, my podcast partner in crime, and I have joined a pod together here. We're at the same table. He is currently, three seats to my left. So we're passing to him. So you're going to get to see my draft, then you're going to get to see his draft, and then we're going to play our decks against each other in a best of three match with both hands revealed, both of us on the line, talking some smack to each other. It's usually a pretty darn good time. So here, as we have about 15 seconds left to make our pick, I think it comes down to Devouring Tendrils versus Burying Books as the two best cards in the pack. And I'm a huge fan of Burying Books. I think it's the second best common in the set. I really want to be blue if possible still. So I'm going to take Burying Books over the Tendrils. I honestly think Tendrils might just be worse than Mage Duel. So I'm going to keep that in mind as well. So I think that's just, there we see Mage Duel. The common is better than the uncommon. That's usually not how it goes, but there it is. And I think we're going to follow that up with a Fractal Summoning. Our current, it's tough because I know Ben and I are evaluating cards similarly, but, taking Lessons highly because Learn Lesson is very powerful. Fractal Summoning, very powerful in its flexibility, right? Can go in a blue-green deck, but also can go in Prismari, can also go in Witherbloom. The other thing here to think about is that we're shipping some green as well. But I know that Ben and I have the same card evaluations. Both he and I think Science is number one, then Burying Books, and Heated Debate, then the top three summonings in Fractal, Inkling, and Elemental. So happy to take Fractal Summoning here. That's going to go in my sideboard, just so I can keep track. Wow, more green removal, huh? Another Tendrils. And not much else to speak of. At this point, I'm sort of feeling like we've shipped enough green that I probably shouldn't speculate on it, but I still will take it here. It's either take Tendrils, take Spectacle Mage, which just feels worse than taking Tendrils. Like, even if I've shipped a lot of green, we'll still get green for the rest of this pack, and then we'll still get green in pack 3. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. And the other thing is, like, if Prismari is open, we're going to see stuff like Spectacle Mages or whatever. Like, this isn't a huge signal. And the other option is Guiding Voice, which is very good. Or, we could take Intro to Annihilation and just take a colorless lesson, which I think is totally reasonable, but I'm going to take the Tendrils here. Just grab another removal spell in case blue-green ends up being open. Well, we do see another Burying Book, so I'm going to snap that up. Again, awkward to pass the Drake a little bit. Inkling Summoning, the second best card in the pack, but I'm happy to continue to get to take the best card out of each pack, and that's going to be Burying Books. Okay, so not a ton here. I think Teachings of the Archaics is fine. It's not only is it 20 gems for me, but it's a good card draw lesson, and sometimes that's what you want. I mean, sure, you can get Intro to Prophecy or whatever, but sometimes this is just going to draw you 2 cards, and that's pretty darn good out of a lesson when you want it. There is a Silver Quill Apprentice. And so this is sort of the start of am I supposed to just scrap everything, take the Apprentice here, and move off of the Teamer life? And that sort of seems to be the decision point in a lot of these drafts. Like, obviously, if this were a Killian, a Closing Statement, or a Humiliate, I would do that. But Apprentice doesn't feel powerful enough for me to have to jump ship here. And there's an Illuminate History. There's a Negate, which is what I'm going to take because I think I'm blue. But then there's also hey, there's an Allen Shield Mage. Hey, there's a Leyline Invocation, I guess, to say blue-green, but I don't know that I'm green, right? At this point, I feel like I'm solidly in blue. I'd really like to be blue in this draft. So I'm going to, I want a copy of Negate in a lot of my decks. So see here we see Reconstruct History. I mean, this is a bunch of medium Lorehold stuff, right? Like Spirit Summoning, Pledge Mage, Pilgrim, Reconstruct. We'll just take Pillar Drop for a potential Prismari life. I've already got some good spells to recur. And I'm not a huge fan of iTwitch, but I'm feeling a little nauseous at the moment. I'm not feeling like my lane is super open. I really don't like taking campuses in pack 1, but I think I'm going to break my rule and just take this here. I also could see taking Letter of Acceptance, given Actually, I think that is what I'm going to take. Given that we've got some expensive-y stuff, fractal summoning, stuff to ramp to, potentially stuff to splash. I know I'm going to want campuses, but I don't want to take them now. I can get them later. I just want to figure out what my deck is doing. And, if I end up in blue-red and I have a Quandrix campus, or I end up in blue-green and I have a Witherbloom campus, whatever. I will play those as my campuses, but I don't want to worry about that now. So I'd say the status of my draft right now is not feeling great. Feeling likely Prismari, but who knows? There's an Amplimancer, or not like, yeah. We did, because we passed some darn good green we passed the Tendrils on a Mage Duel, and then that late Needlethorn Drake. I'll take this as a 2-drop. Tangle Trap as a sideboard card is possible, but Pest Summoning is fine, but very unexciting summoning, certainly outside of Witherbloom, I think. So we'll take an Amplemance, keep the Quandrix Dream alive in some respect. I like start from scratch out of the board for sure. Like I said, no learn yet, but we'll get there. Maybe. Maybe we'll get there. I also don't hate a Cogwork Archivist, Colorless 6-mana 4/5 reach has been fine. Another letter. Maybe we just 5-color Ben, huh? Just 5-color him. I do not like Teach by Example, even in blue-red decks. Just found it. I'm probably too low on it, but it's really not a card I'm excited about. Whereas I do feel like Letter of Acceptance can give me some options in the future of this draft. It's not the worst. This is not the worst deck. It has 2 creatures. It's got 3 lessons and no learn. So it's got some stuff to be desired for sure. It's got some holes we need to fill, but I feel confident we can get there. All right, bunch of junk in this pack. Not interested in anything. I guess we'll just take a Spell Satchel. This is not playable, right? None of these cards are playable. Okay. Great. Another Pillar Drop. That's a thing. And this is just a brick wall. This is definitely splashable. We have spells worth getting back like Berry. Hopefully we can get like Elemental Masterpiece or some other big dumb stuff. Learn Lesson. Not saying that's a signal or anything, but it's a happy pickup for sure. Actually, I maybe should have grabbed a Reconstruct History given the letters. Because we saw 2 in that pack. Yeah, maybe that late Reconstruct History was a smile. All right. We got a stew going, chat. We got a stew going. So I would say most likely is blue-red splash. But splash anything, really. It's probably just Pledge Mage. I don't need to get rid of green just yet. It's probably just Pledge Mage. It's a really unexciting pack for us, which is a shame. It's like Pledge Mage versus Frost Trickster versus Take an Intro, but like I have Teachings, which Intro's just gonna be worse than most of the time. And there's a Quandrix Campus, but I think the Pledge Mage is gonna be good here. Can we get a Planeswalker for the Reconstruct History? That's the dream. That's the dream right there. Hello, Sciences. Okay. So we're going to take Sciences. Again, I still know we have no learn. I think that card's going to be important for us. I like Memory. Memory Lapse is good too. Let's think about the rest of this pack. There's a Memory Lapse. There's an Iteration. There's a Denial, which I don't think we're playing. I think green's probably off the table. Memory Lapse is good. This is It's basically counterspell. Yes, they get to draw it again next turn, but hey. Burying Books is removal, Memory Lapse is counterspell. But I just know I'm going to want this. I know I'm going to want a copy of Sciences, so I'm going to take it. Oh, hello, Tempted by the Auric. Are you good with Pillar Drop Warden? Why, yes, you are. That's a real treat for us. Pop Quiz is good. Serpentine Curve good. Elemental Summoning good. Pop Quiz is really important. Like, we do really need to start to pick up some learn to unlock our lesson board. But yeah, Tempted, that is. Practical Research, Elemental Summoning. Practical Research is very good. We have a Fractal Summoning already, and we just don't have Learn, and we're about halfway through the draft, right? Pack 2, pick 4. So I'm getting nervous that all them Learn spells are getting snapped up, and this is a good draw spell. Like, if we don't get card advantage from Lesson Learn, then we're going to be super happy that we have the Practical Research here. Jeez, chat. Guess I take Drake. I could still be blue-green splash, and then we just don't play the Reconstruct. And we splash the Wardens and the Practical, and that's fine too. And in that deck, I'm going to want Needlethorn Drake just as a 2-drop, and also it makes Devouring Tendrils better, so okay. I don't really know what's happening in this draft. Expanded Anatomy, Leyline Invocation, always with the Silver Quill cards. I can't take another lesson. I can't do it, Captain. We'll just take Leyline Invocation. And just feel bad that we're going to lose to Ben again. Again and again and again. Yep, there we go. Do I have to play First Day of Class so I have a Learn spell? I mean, honestly, I'm trying to come around to the idea that First Day of Class, I mean, not with these or whatever, but First Day of Class with like the 3-mana summonings is not the worst, right? That gives you a hasty 3/2 flying Inkling summoning or a hasty 4/3 Spirit summoning. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. 5 creatures, that's a little bit of a lie. You know, Invocation is also a creature. Tempted by the Auric is a creature. More Learn. All them teeth, no toothbrush. More, all these lessons, no Learn spells, you know. Pest Summoning. I'm supposed to aggressively splash here, but there's not even anything good worth splashing. I'm just in trouble. Another Reconstruct History. All right, there's a cram session. Hey, it says Learn. I guess I am green-blue, which is weird. And then maybe I'm going to double splash this. We do like, this is a good sorcery to get back, but I guess Pillar Drop Warden does a similar thing. Anyway, I'm thrilled to see cram session. I never thought I'd be so happy to see a cram session in my life. All right, we're going to be fine. We're going to open Cody in pack 3 and all will be well. It's not even that good of a Cody deck without like a masterpiece or two. This is a thing. This is a card we could play over intro or... Okay, I just don't need more lessons. First Day of Class. I already have one. It's sitting on the sideline, so we'll take the serve in here. Hunt for specimens, you say? I can splash that, right, chat? I'm like only slightly joking, and I'm gonna take it. There's a campus guide. I have fixing, right? You want to splash for fixing, right? A couple campuses. I splashed for Hunt the other day. I'll do it again. Can't stop me, chat. Pop Quiz Wield! Oh my gosh, that's so good. Pop Quiz Wheeling is so good. Another letter and a Reckless Amplemance. I'm going to take another letter here. Ooh, 4 letters. That's probably too much. That's probably, I gotta pick a college, right? I got into 4 schools, but I gotta pick a college here. All right, maybe the hunt for specimens is a little reckless, but can you blame me? I was very worried about getting enough learn. Rutha. Hello. Yeah, Ruth is sick here. Ruth is just absolute gas. This is a fine card, but I don't think it really fits the bill for us. Yeah, Ruth is just nuts. We got wheels, invocation, colony, transformation, opt. Definitely have wheels. I mean, look at all that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lessons, 2 learn spells, 3 if we're playing hunt. Huh. Is this good? Yeah, right? I mean, especially with quad letters, it's got to be good. I mean, I don't know. I've never played with this card, but Floral Campus, I don't need. I think we're pretty solidly based blue-green, so I'm not playing Prismari Apprentice. Biblioplex Assistant, Pillar Drop Wardens are doing it as well. So yeah, Jadzi, that is. I mean, this is good too. We can deck ourselves pretty easily with this deck, it looks like. So that's good. Rise of Extus is castable. Also says learn on it. It's not really castable if we're blue-green. I mean, 4 letters can only do so much. Four letters in a sciences can only do so much work, chat. All right. Another Rutha. Okay, this deck just got good. Maybe one of these campuses wheel to shore that up. I think this deck just got good. Bury in Books, another Sciences, another Reconstruct History, and a Mentor's Guidance. Mentor's Guidance seems a little hit or miss. I also feel like I don't have a problem drawing cards. I'm just going to take another Bury. All right, now we'll take a Campus. Or do we take a Prof Bear? I mean, we have 26 cards in the main right now. I think we just take a Campus. I don't think we're gonna have any problem making playables. I don't think anything here like shores up something I don't have, except perhaps Intro to Annihilation. But yeah, Learn is at a premium. Win cons potentially at a premium. Yeah, Campus seems good. Holy dang. Holy business. Quandrix Apprentice? The dream. The dream. All right, so I think we probably don't need to do this crazy splash, which probably means I can play 2 letters. I'm fine with this aggressive red splash. That seems fine to me. What do we got here? Eureka Moment. I don't need another Fractal Summoning. I'll play a Eureka Moment, I think, though. That's a lot of card draw, though. A lot of card draw. Double Ruth is just insane, though. Invocation versus Transformation. Again, I only have 2 learn spells. I'm basically always learning for Sciences and Fractal Summoning. So, yeah, Invocation. Wish I knew if Jadzi was good. Like, yeah, you have to untap with it. And it's hard to kill. I just don't know if it's good. So we need 2 cuts. Does kind of make me think we just cut that. Oh, right, because I picked up the other invocation. What other card would I want to cut? Like the Servan is not great. And that's the deck. Ooh. Happy to have a Prismari Campus there. And that's why you don't need to take campuses early. 2 Reconstruct Histories if we want them, but we don't want them. Went on a roller coaster there for this draft. Hope you enjoyed that. I think we ended up with a pretty good deck. The double Ruthas in pack 3. Holy cow, that's great. Do I play? I feel like I'm gonna have no shortage of stuff to do with my mana, but I may still need to play the campuses as just fixing. So something like 2 mountains. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we just go plus, plus, plus. And that gives me 9, 9. Or sorry, 8, 9 for green, blue. Plus the letters. Seems good. A lot to learn, not a lot of lessons. I think Jadzi being on the sidelines is right. And I think that's going to be the deck, folks. So, do I want, it's 14-9 slanted? Yeah. I think that's going to be the deck, and hope to, not hope to, I know I will, see you for Ben's draft, and then see you for the match against Ben himself. Enjoy.
Hello, Channel Fireball, and hello, YouTube. What's up? Ben Warney here, aka Mr. Metronome, doing my draft for our Lords of Limited Showdown video. If we take a look at the table, Ethan's a couple seats to our right, so you should be seeing his video before mine. Let's dive into the pack here. Our lesson, Illuminate History. Not great, certainly not going to be the pick here. It's fine to have in your lesson board, but nothing super special. Blade Historian's a good rare, but very committing to Lorehold, which I think, unless you're playing Lorehold aggro, is one of the weaker guilds, just on the backs of a lot of the gold commons not being great. Mortality Spear here is a good card, good solid removal. And then past that, it's a little messy. There's Pledge Mage, Shield Mage, all fine. I honestly think I'm going to start with Blade Historian. If I'm committing to something, I'd rather commit to Lorehold aggro than Witherbloom. This is obviously splashable in Quandrix. I could see this being a better pick, but I've been very impressed with the Blade Historian out of my opponents, and I think we'll just have to be willing to abandon ship as well. All right, so taking a look at our next pack here. Growth Spiral is a good one, not insane. Blue-green instant draw card, put a land card from your hand on the battlefield. Quandrix Apprentice, on the other hand, does really stand out to me. This is blue-green for the 2/2 Magecraft. When you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, you get to look at the top 3 and put a land from among them into your hand. I think this is the best of the apprentices, very close with the Prismari Apprentice. I think it's the best card in the pack here. There's also Pilgrim of the Ages. This is rock solid, especially in Lorehold. It's great. It goes hit you a land drop. Also does work in Silverquill. Been very impressed with Hunt for Specimens as a cheap learn card that lets you go get things like Environmental Sciences or Inkling Summoning to smooth out your curve. And then Spirit Summoning here, I think, as the worst of the summoning cycle of lessons. So tempting to maybe take a Lorehold card to match up with our Blade Historian here, but Quandrix Apprentice is enough better than the rest of the pack that I would rather just have 2 different options to go down and kind of feel out where the draft is going. Because I think you just get so rewarded for finding your lane in this format. All right, looking at pack 3 here. There's an Eye Twitch. This is fine. I think one of the weaker learn cards because you only get to do it when it dies, not on ETB. Demogoth Woe Eater, fine. Certainly has impressed me in tandem with Tend the Pests, the one that lets you sack a creature and make pests equal to the creature's power. In general, I think this is way too early to pick this type of card, though. You want to know that Witherbloom is wide open, I think, before moving in. Mage Hunter's Onslaught, very strong, good removal spell, I think on par with the Hunt for Specimens-ish that we just passed. For me, with the start that we've got, I don't really want to dip into Mage Hunter's Onslaught because it doesn't go with either of our first two cards, and Quandrix Pledge Mage is very, very good with Quandrix Apprentice and is also flexible and is just going to leave us open to Prismari as well. So I think this is certainly not the best card necessarily. Mage Hunter's Onslaught probably is, but certainly the best and most flexible for us going forward. I think trying to identify those picks that leave you flexible gives you a pretty significant edge in this format. All right, so it looks like we're moving away from the Blade Historian here. There's a Lash of Malice. This is close to Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Single black instant. Target creature gets +2/-2 until end of turn. I think I want one of each before I want two of the other. And then past that, I think Quandrix Pledge Mage again is looking pretty good. There's Aether Helix as an uncommon here. 3 blue-green, return a permanent to your owner's hand, and then return target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. Note you have to have a permanent in your graveyard before you can cast Aether Helix. So sometimes it's a little awkward. Wormhole Serpent as well. I found this to be a good finisher, but I think the 5 mana value cards and above are just a little less important than the cheap cards. And I think Quandrix Pledge Mage rather really makes Quandrix tick, especially in tandem with Mage Duel. So we're going to be on the lookout for that. Speak of the devil. Okay, so we're seeing some Lorehold here as well. But I think after getting these, I'm going to tentatively put this Blade Historian in the sideboard unless Lorehold just keeps smacking us in the face here. But seeing Mage Duel this late, I think, is a signal, as well as, Pilgrim's a good card, Pillar Drop Warden's a good card, but there's a lot of junky Lorehold here, which is not uncommon, I think, when you're drafting Lorehold. So we'll get Mage Duel in, maybe wheel this Reckless Amplimancer in Magical Christmas Land. I've also been very impressed with Spectre of the Fens lately. 3 black, 2/3 flyer, and you can pay 5 and a black to have an opponent lose 2 life and you gain 2 life. This card's just a must deal with threat most of the time when it comes down. I think it's at its best in the Silver Quill decks, but Mage Duel for us. All right, this is moderately concerning. So we've got a couple of options. We're not really seeing the Lorehold. This is late, I think, for a Guiding Voice. Pack 1, pick 6. Late-ish for a Spectre of the Fens, but we're not jumping ship for a Spectre. We could take Guiding Voice and go back towards Lorehold potentially, but I think I'm just going to take Introduction to Annihilation here and ride this out for a little bit. You could take Spectacle Mage here and think about jumping ship towards Prismari or even drafting Temur. We just have such a solid Quandrix start that I don't think I want to give up on that just yet. So we'll take a lesson here that we definitely want a copy of, put it straight in the sideboard where it will live until we grab it. We also have no learning at the moment, so worth noting there. And packs are starting to dry up a little bit. So there's a Leech Fanatic as a good solid playable. We could, with these Pledge Mages, also pivot towards Witherbloom. I certainly think there are worse in Witherbloom, but playable there. I'm not crazy excited about anything in this pack. I think I'm going to take Befuddler as a 2-drop and a card that is potentially going to make it easier for us to jump ship towards Prismari if we need to. There's also Pillar Drop Warden. I don't know. Tough pick here. I'm going to take the Befuddler and stay on target for the moment. All right, bunch of nothing here and a Whirlwind Denial. I think we're happy to see this and pick this up. This will also be playable in Prismari. These Pillar Drop Wardens that we're seeing as well, if we have to jump ship towards Prismari, would certainly be playable, but packs are weak enough at the moment, and we're seeing enough blue and green that I'm fairly happy right now, just sticking with the start that we've got. We do need to make sure that we place an insane priority on lesson learned going forward. All right, this is huge, seeing Leyline Invocation still here, so makes me feel good about our decision to stick with Quandrix. So Leyline Invocation, 5 and a green sorcery, make a fractal token equal to the number of lands you control, power and toughness that is. Very good card, especially in Quandrix. So thrilled to see that here and pick it up. I might be overrating this a little bit because I've been playing a bunch of Sealed for the Arena Open leading up to this last week, but I do think it's a good card. Take a Prismari Campus. Spirit Summoning and Lorehold Pledge Mage wheeling here is a bit of a sign. Maybe we just don't care about this campus, and if we're the only Lorehold drafter, we would want to do it. It's so likely that we're going to want to splash a red card, though, and we just have such a good Quandrix start. I'm going to take the Campus. Yeah, doesn't look like there's necessarily a Lorehold drafter, so somebody could be getting hooked up, but I think I'm going to take another Prismari Campus here and intend on splashing red. I don't know. It's pretty obvious that no one's Lorehold. We have the one Campus. I'm going to take Twin Scroll Shaman here. I think this is more important to Lorehold aggro than the 2-drop. And that, but then we get the Pest Summoning. We want Pest Summoning for the sideboard. Tough decisions, tough decisions. It does seem like white aggro is open for sure. But we're so set on this path, and we have such a good start for this path as well. I'm going to take the Pest Summoning here. All right, none of these cards matter. Take an Archivist. And we get a Stonebound Mentor, sure. And we get a Star Pupil, sure. All right, Magic Arena telling us that we should, in fact, be Quandrix with this Quandrix command here. So this is pretty busted. This card's been a blowout every sim I've seen it cast. Most frequently, you're bouncing a creature and putting 2+1/+1 counters on a creature, but this basically reads 1 green-blue instant savage your opponent in combat. Other cards I like here, Amplimancer's good. We'd like access to an elemental summoning in the sideboard. We still have no cards that say learn on them, though, so worth keeping an eye on that for the future, because we have some lessons already. So Quandrix command, get in, and I think, you know, maybe blue and green were just deep enough. It certainly felt like there were blue-green drafters upstream of us. Hopefully it's not Ethan. We'll have to wait it out and see, but at this point I think we are just going to lock in Quandrix. Excuse me. Okay. There's a Bookworm, a Decisive Denial, and a Needlethorn Drake. All of which are good. I think Bookworm is the best of them. So yeah, I think we're going to take a Bookworm here and hope to wheel one of Drake or Denial. And if neither of these come around, we'd get a Biomathematician theoretically. And if none of them come around, we are in big trouble because there are way too many Quandrix drafters. Okay, this is not really what we want to be seeing. So we could have jump ship for white. We still could theoretically jump ship for white, or we could take this Leyline Invocation. There's no way the person to our left should be drafting blue-green, right? But they clearly are not white if there's a Rise of Extus and a Professor of Symbology still here and Expanded Anatomy. I'm going to take this Professor mostly because I don't think we're going to miss Leyline Invocation that much. And if we have to pivot towards white, Professor is going to be absolutely insane for us. So this is a bit of an awkward pick. Okay, this is where it gets really awkward. Like, do we just try to do it? I mean, like, Professor's a good solid card. This Professor's significantly better, but we don't have the great lessons right now. I should have done it at the end of pack 1. It's so hard in this format to just talk yourself into doing it, because you always think, well, somebody else is going to do it, and people just don't move off of what they started. I don't know what to do. I think we risk train wrecking a bit if we take Professor here, but I'm going to do it. I think white feels open enough to me that I think it's reasonable to expect that we could potentially get there, and maybe we could do some sort of sweet white-green nonsense. All right, so again, we're seeing no Quandrix. I'm going to take Inkling Summoning here, and I do think I'm going to try to pull off the pivot. I don't know. Is that crazy? It feels kind of crazy. I feel like this is something I would be doing on stream much more readily than making what is supposed to be a professional video for Channel Fireball. But honestly, this pack is not going well, and I think white is clearly open. And I think we could go white-red, and I think we're likely to wheel some cards. So I'm going to take Inkling Summoning and see what we can do here. Come what may. All right, so now there's Intro to Prophecy and a Lorehold Pledge Mage. I'm going to take the Pledge Mage because I think we are hurting for playables. And we already have a couple good lessons to go get Inkling Summoning and Introduction to Annihilation. And if we ended up, I don't think we're going to end up Silver Quill, but if we did end up Silver Quill, we would have some other things to go get. So Lorehold Pledge Mage, get in. And then we're going to need some combat tricks. Okay, there's the Prismari campus. You're watching a train wreck in real time here, if you're wondering what's happening. We're going to take Pillar Drop Rescuer. And I think stick with that. Honestly, white-green is not looking like the worst thing in the world here as, absolute worst-case scenario. The Quandrix Pledge Mages would be hard to cast, but it would give us access to all of our learn cards out of the sideboard. So let's take Pillar Drop. We're not going to miss the Hunt for Specimens, and we're not going to miss a Leyline Invocation. And we've literally seen no particularly playable blue-green cards. Like Pop Quiz is one of the better cards we've seen all pack here. White just feels open to me, though. So I'm going to take the Eager First Year here and try to ride this out and see where it gets us. So Eager First Year, get on in. Welcome to the team. All right. This is awkward. So we wheeled Owlin Shield Mage. Was this the pack with the 3 Quandrix cards? What was our pack 1, pick 1, this pack? It was not great. Oh, it was Quandrix Command, right? So it was the next pack that had all the Quandrix. I'm going to take Shield Mage here, and maybe we're Silver Quill. That feels unlikely to me, though. Wow. So this was the pack with the 3 Quandrix cards, right? And none of them came back. So I'm supposed to take Dueling Coach here. Could be sweet in tandem with the Quandrix Pledge Mages if we do the white-green thing. I'm kind of into it. All right. Let's see. Humiliate Pledge Mage and Eager First Year. So were we white-black the whole time? What's happening here? I'm supposed to take Pledge Mage, right? Or First Year? I think I'm supposed to take Pledge Mage because it's definitely castable and we know we're white, and I'm not convinced we're white-black yet because I would like to play this Blade Historian, but I think we're maybe white-green. I don't know. This is gonna be messy on the arena interface. I'm gonna try to clean this up a bit here as we go along. So Thrilling Discovery, we don't really care about you. We got another Dueling Coach. So I think right now I'm thinking I'm white something, and we're trying to figure out what the something is. All right. Could be white-green. We have what duels? We just have the red-blue duel, yeah? Hoping to not play Star Pupil. We have an Inkling Summoning, so it could be a Stonebound Mentor in here, could be a Blade Historian in here as well. Twin Scroll Shaman should be in a red pile. And I think we're good then. I guess the green cards should be out here as well. Unfortunately, this pack doesn't give us a ton of direction. I'm going to take Divine Gambit as a card I think is 100% to make my deck because I'm 100% committed to white, but this is not the pack we were hoping to open here. Certainly. All right. Rise of Extus is good. There's a Quandrix Apprentice. There's a Divide by 0. All of those things are fine, but I think, again, we know we're white. We need removal. So I like the Rise here, and that can potentially lead us towards white-black. So what are we hoping to wheel out of this pack? Mage Hunter's Onslaught, but that's not going to happen. Maybe a Spirit Summoning would be an excellent wheel. So let's take the Rise of Extus here and see what we can do. Not great options here for us. So maybe well, there are like 5 people trying to draft Quandrix and now they've all audibled off of Quandrix. I don't know what's happening. So we could take Pledge Mage as a gold card that would do work in both decks. We could take Mage Duel as a card that honestly would play well in white-green. White-black, we'd want Spectre, but honestly, I just don't know what we are. It's like, I kind of want to take Witherbloom Pledge Mage because it'll go in white green or white black. White red feels kind of unlikely at the moment. So I'm going to take the Pledge Mage here and see what's up. Okay. Nothing great. It really does feel like somebody moved into white to our right. I don't know. Strange draft. And I'm sure we are not helping things here. So there's a Scurrid Colony. I think we're gonna make playables though. It feels like we're deciding between white green and white black. So I'm gonna tentatively move the red stuff and maybe we play Blade Historian anyway, maybe we don't. This Quandrix Apprentice is definitely not making the cut. So we take Expanded Anatomy here, and then I think we're deciding, or we'll see what we wheel to whether we're filling out the deck with white, green, or white, black. But we definitely want access to an Expanded Anatomy with the way our list looks at the moment. Okay, lots of good cards as options here. Lash would be good in white, black. Lorehold Pledge Mage is 100% to make our deck. We don't have a lot of cards that make Lorehold Pledge Mage great. How are my white-black playables? We have to give up on Mage Duel, 2 Pledge Mages, and Blade Historian. I think I have to take, like, I would like Lash if we're going to end up white-black, but I just know Lorehold Pledge Mage is 100% to make my deck right now. And I think we are in damage control mode. All right, Rise of Extus is a great pickup here, and this is where like we're feeling great about, I think, having jump ship on the Quandrix Life. I think despite me being like probably 2 or 3 picks late to doing this, I think this is still turning out better than us staying with Quandrix would have gone. But this is a super interesting draft. I think it's probably going to make for a great video. YouTube comments are going to be crucifying me. But Rise of Extus, get in here. All right, Spectre of the Fens pushes me towards white-black. There's also an Intro to Prophecy. We already have one of those. No, we do not. But I don't think we can afford to pass playables here at the moment. So let's get Spectre in here. Ooh, Environmental Sciences is spicy. I think we need that. There's also a Squad and a Stonerise Spirit. But this could mean, what does this mean? Does this mean anything good for us? We don't really, despite waffling around, we don't have great cards. We could splash a Bookworm potentially. I don't hate it. I mean, I think we're taking Sciences here. It's so powerful. All right, we already have an Intro to Annihilation, so I'm not super interested in that. Could take a Start from Scratch. We could take an Intro to Annihilation. Could take a Relic Sloth. We could take Defend the Campus. I know I'm just like listing all the cards in the pack, but there are not great things to do here, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to take Defend, and maybe we have to main it. I hope not. Shock on the wheel and Spirit Summoning on the wheel. I think we need Spirit Summoning with the 2 Professors. So yeah, let's get Spirit Summoning in here. Demogoth Woe Eater. Okay. I think we take a Silverquill Campus, and maybe we do splash some green. We don't care about this Woe Eater. We don't care about the Team Pennant. Nothing good here. Take a Relic Sloth, I guess. Rough wheels here. We're hoping to get some playables on the wheel. Ageless Guardian and Clever Lumimancer. Yikes. We'll take a Guardian. And yikes. Okay, so we didn't quite make playables, but I think we'll be able to massage this enough that it'll be fine. All right. So what are we going to do here? The problem is, like, this is going to be an interesting deck building session. So let's just get everything out of here. And I think first years are in, 100%. In. What? Let's take a look at white green before we do white black. So those are all 1,000% to make our deck. 1,000% to make our deck. So if we went white green, we could have 2 Quandrix Pledge Mages, We could theoretically splash blue potentially. There's a Mage Duel, an Invocation, a Bookworm. We still fall short, yes? Witherbloom, Pledge Mage. But do we actually get closer than white-black? And or do we just want to play white-green, splash black? Like, what is black really giving us? It's giving us an Owlin Shield Mage and a Spectre of the Fens? Yeah, it's not really giving us anything because we didn't wheel any of the Silverquill cards. So I actually think I like this. And then I think I want to splash a Spectre. And an Owlin Shield Mage. It's not crazy. It's definitely not good, but it's not crazy. So, and then what are we missing out on? We don't get to play a Quandrix Apprentice, which is fine. I don't think we want to try to double splash Quandrix Command. I guess the other question is, do we want to, if we're base green-white, would we rather splash the two Quandrix cards, the Apprentice and the Command? We actually are pretty creature heavy. I don't think Quandrix Apprentice is great in this deck. Quandrix Command is good. Very good, even. Huh. But I don't think it's worth trying to double splash. Our mana's already a little greedy. Like this, and then we will run 18 lands almost certainly. So yeah, I think I like this. I mean, I'm not like happy, but given that we jump ship like at a couple picks into pack 2, I think this is a fine place to have ended up. So we get Silverquill Campus in, and then our lesson suite looks like this. Our lesson suite actually looks pretty darn good. So we have quite a few to choose from. And I guess the other option would be, do we want to run Blade Historian? I think that's a little too tough on the mana with the green in the Quandrix Pledge Mage is what my gut tells me. So this would be the deck. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot this. And get these out of here and then build the mana base. Oh, what did I just add? So let's suggest and see what it comes up with. We need way more white sources than this. How many black sources do we actually want? So we only have 2 actual black cards, yeah. So I don't think we need, I think we only need 1 swamp to go get from the environmental sciences, because that turns us into 1, 2, 3, 4 sources plus the 2 rises. So I like that, I think. And then we get to add 3 lands still. So I think we add like 2 plains, that gets us up to 9 white, and 1 green gets us up to 8 green, which is rough for these Quandrix Pledge Mages. And man, the Quandrix Pledge Mages are not great with the amount of spells that we have. They really are not, huh? So what if we went back to white-black? We could, but really we have a couple more spells with the 2 professors, because those are kind of split spell creatures. That only takes us to 8, though. Difficult. I think, man, what if we, like, so rather than the 2 creatures, so if we splash blue instead, then the islands also help us cast Quandrix Pledge Mage. So maybe that's the reason to splash blue instead. I don't love the Quandrix Apprentice. Maybe it's Whirlwind Denial to give us another spell. I don't hate it. I don't love it. But I don't think the Quandrix Apprentice is going to be particularly impressive in this list. So if we get Whirlwind Denial in here, and then we add lands, Ethan will never expect the splashed Whirlwind Denial. I can't wait to tilt him. So we get an island in, and then same deal. We add 2 plains and a forest. And so we're on, wait. No, we add 3 plains. Because we want to be on 9 white, 8 green. Yeah. And then we're really on like 9 sources for the Quandrix Pledge Mages also. And we have a few more spells for the Quandrix Pledge Mages. I think I like this. I think this is where I want to be. Yeah. I'm into this. All right. That was a wild draft, so hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see how the deck plays out against Ethan. Catch you on the flip side.
Need a way to re-spark the excitement in your TCG collection? Box breaks are the way to get your hands on cards from the games you love. Learn more today at cfbboxbreaks.com or check out CFB Box Breaks on YouTube.
So have you recovered from your lengthy deck building process?
I was sweating a little bit. That was quite the wild ride for me in the draft
Wow.
portion.
Okay.
Maybe on the play.
Great.
And I'm going to keep.
Yeah, I guess I keep. The old yikes and keep. Oh, good. Just all up in each other's business.
Sort of.
Wow. Oh, you're off college?
I'm off college for the first time ever in the format. Let's see. What do I want to get here? I think it's just this.
Okay. All right, that was a good draw. It's always science.
So the
baby.
yikes and keep got there.
I don't know. I don't know if this keep can get there, you know?
Wow, what a ringing endorsement.
All right, no blocks. Professor of Symbology, too strong.
Boom.
Oh my god, that's gross.
And I think I want to do this.
You want to rummage, right?
I do not want to rummage.
You want to rummage, right?
Would like to draw my cards, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
You off college over there too, buddy?
It looks like that, doesn't it? It does look like that.
All right, what do I want to do?
Oh, shoot. Hold on a second.
We're not recording?
No, we're recording, but...
Oh, we're live.
Of course we're live.
Well,
But, oh, there it is. It keeps flickering your hand for some reason. I don't know why.
that's really weird.
I think it should be good for now. Sorry about that, folks. Nope, it's still quite mad. All right, should we... No, hold on, we're good. I don't want you to lose your double professor game on my account here.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make my play.
Yeah, you make your play. Don't. I'll try and
savagely own you while
Well,
you're
it's just
troubleshooting in
so,
OBS.
It's so hard to do this and not cheat. Like I'm like trying to look but not look at your hand. You know, it's not easy, folks.
That's hilarious.
This content is too good to pass up on. I think. I don't know what's going on, man. It's weird. All right. Well,
My share screen seems stable.
no,
on my
it's
side.
fine. I don't know what's going on.
All right, I am going to sciences for planes. Play planes, smash. Got him.
Yeah, you have definitely got me here.
And play a pledge mage.
All of your amazing, trapping me with this flickering screen share is working.
Dueling coach.
Jeez.
Counter.
Yep.
Smash.
I mean, I'm just delay the inevitable here.
And follow up with the first year.
Maybe I should be cheating. Would that help? Do we think that would help, Ben?
Probably not. I mean, I am casting some things with power and toughness.
Yeah.
Boop.
And dead.
Dead.
Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Even with a ghost, ladies and gentlemen.
Even with me savagely trying to cheat. Oh no, the screen flicker is flickering. All right, see you after sideboarding.
Okay. All right, so we're sideboarding here after game one, where we clearly, I think the deck felt great there. Obviously, our mana worked out, but I don't hate where we're at. I think we are maximizing all of our best cards. The only thing we really left on the table is the Apprentice and the Blade Historian. And from what we saw of Ethan, I don't particularly feel like we need to make any changes. To be honest, we don't really have many playables to swap changes in for. So I think we're just going to run it back and hope to get there in game 2, and if not, in game 3.
All right, so we just got savagely owned by double Professor of Symbology. Not a ton to be done there. I mean, Pest Summoning can do something in that respect. Maybe Start from Scratch can do something in that respect. But I'm not beating myself up about what just happened, even with me trying to cheat. Kept a dicey hand, but like I said, I don't think our deck's very good. And it looks like the card quality that Ben has is quite good. He does have the Learn. We do not. So maybe we'll be a little bit better on the play, and maybe we have to keep a little. Maybe we should add an 18th land here, actually. Like, do I need Eureka Moment? I have Practical Research, I have Archmage, I have Pop Quiz, I have Rutha, I have Cultivator, I have double letters that can be cracked. Maybe I just don't need Eureka Moment, and I play another land. 6, 7, 8, 6, 79. Yeah. Ooh, these then the Tempted by the Oracle will be good. And because it's a different art, we'll know which land it is. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe on the draw we keep on the draw we can cut the land, but that feels a little bit better to me. All right, we'll try that. All right, we're all set. I've got your hand open on one screen. Go ahead and play first here. That's a keeper.
Yikes. I think I'm probably going to keep on the draw. But a yikes and keep on my part for sure.
Okay.
Never didn't have it. Let's go.
My God. What a stupid card.
You just feel like you're losing so hard when your opponent casts it.
I know. That's how I feel.
That is a good one also. Speaking of good ones.
This is a good one.
So, what can I do about that? Not much at the moment. So, I think I will play Quandrix Pledge Mage and say your go.
Okay. Butts for days.
Butts for days. All right, let's go here. Sciences. Grab an Island.
Pledge Mage getting swole.
Boom. Boom.
Oh, that's annoying.
And smash.
No blocks. Yeah. All right. Mine?
Ooh, not cool. Whoa, sir. Not cool at all.
But I wanted to double mine with Rutha. Why don't you get to 6 mana and double steal?
Well, let's do this.
Very eager.
You pillar drop Warden to rebuy that. That is not cool.
Why not? Alright, there's just like no way that that's the only thing that you can do this turn.
Get wrecked?
Oh. Is that getting wrecked?
No, it's not. You stole my 4/4. It was like the majority of my game plan. What does Tempted by the Orc do? How am I supposed to beat that card?
I don't know. I don't know what your deck is.
All right. Pledge Mage.
Wither, Bloom,
Your go.
Pledge Mage. Okay. Oops,
We were having a nice game of Magic until you played Tempted by the Orc.
we were. I've realized for some reason whenever I pull up my deck pick on Snipping Tool, that's the thing that makes that Google Hangouts does not like.
That's really weird.
Very bizarre. So I'm just not allowed to. Oh, I guess I can do this. I can. Okay, we're good.
You just need to get good. memorize that
I
old
can't get good, Ben. Isn't that clear?
The Dennis Stranjak 2-step program.
Yeah. All right.
This is a good old-fashioned staring contest.
This is an exciting game of Magic. That's what this is.
Well, I would have won quite handily had you not stolen my good Magic cards.
Look, and I would have gotten away with it too.
If you want for those meddling kids.
What's going on here? Nothing. There's nothing happening there. Yeah. Just get a big.
When are you gonna sack old Pilly D?
I can't do that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Big chonky donker over here.
Okay.
Dueling Coach.
Mana Sink acquired.
You're so eager.
What can I say? I'm the nerdy kid in class.
Big eager guy over there.
Here we go.
This game is riveting.
It's going places, that's for sure.
I think we can do better than that. How many drills?
Ugh. Rude, that kills it anyway.
Yeah.
You get a +1/+1 counter.
Yes, I do.
Sag. All right. Really? Is this necessary?
To have such pain.
What am I supposed to do? I lose my whole team if I throw everything in front of it, but all you have to do is have an instant to crush me. I can't block here.
No blocks, he says.
No block.
Take 7. All right. Good.
There we go.
No. Where we go?
Get out of here.
Where we go? Yeah, but that's so risky because of all the permanents I have in my hand that I get to play for free now.
Oh, I can't even get in because Pillar Drop Warden has secret reach.
It's not secret.
What are we going to do for the crash course? There's so many good choices.
What?
Or not the crash course,
I
the
know.
50 takes
Just
episode.
everything. Like 6 cards have reach.
No attacks. Divine Gambit underrated or massively underrated?
I think just underrated.
I also think just underrated.
Like, it's good, and it's definitely above average in this set because like of Leyline Invocation and stuff. But yeah, pretty sure it's just slightly underrated, or yeah, slightly underrated.
You can sack that Pillar Drop Warden any day now.
I
friend.
can't do it. Don't you dare. What the hell is this? This is
I don't know.
some BS, dude.
I'm bored. What can
This
I say?
is
I want to
some
move the game along.
BS, whatever this is.
Let's see. Doop, 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 doop.
Oh, this is a command?
Yeah.
What? So what happens? My fractal's dead, right?
Yes.
And then what?
I get 2 counters on my Eager first year. I'm throwing away my Professor.
All right, well, get buried.
Okay.
Killing Professor, I take 5. That's fine. That's a draw.
Can sack that Pillar Drop Warden any day, bud.
I mean, I could have and stolen your 5/4. It's tapped. Pesky tapped.
I wonder if I should have tried to save my Professor there, because it's so likely that you have Barry.
Yep.
So, good draw that he keeps in his hand with no plays. This is a card draw spell? Oh no. That's exactly what I was hoping it was not.
Okay. What? Discard. Discard.
How close you getting to decking over there?
Do I win if I I do, right?
That's how it works, I think.
Okay, good.
The derps are us.
So derpy, much derp, very wow over here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, why are you mathing?
I'm mathing if I can scry and sack letter.
Oh. You can't, because it's only as a sorcery.
Letter?
Oh, letter. Okay.
Ben, please.
Sorry. I'll stop being Twitch chat. No. That card's so demoralizing. I'm really sad to know that that's in your deck.
It's this is probably the best I can do.
Okay. Accept these terms and conditions.
Yep. How do I win?
Your go.
Thank you, sir. All right.
Top.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Wait, is that 2 or did I kill that last game?
That's 2.
Ugh. Not cool. Okay.
You seem fine with this. Why are you fine with this?
I mean, I'm not losing. It just depends on what else you have. I'm just thinking.
Okay. That was just like a very measured Ben response to a savage 4 for 1.
No tax. Oh, gross. Okay. Here you go. How much more action you got over there?
I had action for days, baby. I actually don't know.
Action for days.
Oh no. I don't think I can play that. I have that.
Oh no. No. Sag. Can I concede?
Can you concede?
I don't think I can come back from you taking my 9/9 and another 2/2.
You're welcome to concede.
I'm gonna concede.
Okay.
This game has been long enough.
All right, we made it interesting. We're on to game 3.
All right. Bummer to know that Ethan has Tempted by the Auric, because that card is insane against my deck. Oh, could I have bounced? Did he have my thing? Wait, did I miss a line or was it already dead? Did I miss a line where I could have returned my Pledge Mage to my hand? It didn't, right? No, it was already gone at that point. But I got to remember that against Quandrix Command against Tempted by the Auric. Also could try to splash Tend the Pests against Tempted by the Auric. It's interesting, potentially. I kind of like it. That means we'd have to splash black as well. We have the Silver Quill Campus, and we would, what, cut a white and add a swamp? It's not crazy. It's not great. So we add a Silver Quill Campus. We add a swamp. Wait, I can't add a swamp. That's so rough. Because we're in direct challenge. Okay, I guess we're not doing that tech then. Armed with that knowledge. But if I had a swamp, I think I would make that play. I think I would side in Tend the Pests and Spectre. It's Tempted by the Auric. It's CMC, right? Yeah, it's not power, it's CMC, because Spectre's also a win con if the game goes long. Yeah, as it is, I don't think we have anything we want to side in. So I'm going to potentially see if Ethan wants to concede and let us sideboard here. Okay, so here's me actually sideboarding. I added some lands to my deck now. So we're going to get a swamp in here, cut 2 plains, add our Silver Quill Campus. That gives us 18 lands, right? And plenty of black sources. And then we want to add Spectre. And we want to add Tend the Pests. And then I think we're cutting what? Like Lorehold Pledge Mage gets a little harder to cast. And I think I want to keep Silver Quill Pledge Mage. I kind of want to just cut both Lorehold Pledge Mages and keep everything else as is. So I think that's the sideboarding we're going to do, and we'll see you for game 3.
Jeez. Am I supposed to bring in these? I think I'm supposed to bring in these Springmane Servants against him. On the draw, we'll cut a land. I think we want to play both Servants. Is Negate even good against him? Is Quandrix, what's it called? Is Leyline Invocation? Yeah, Negate's good against him, sort of. What else could we cut? Archmage may be a little too derpy on the draw against him. I could see that. Like practical research I can hold up with Burying Books, but like, you know, Archmage on the draw I'm likely to just have to trade off anyway. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, and hope we can get there. I'm gonna need to get lucky. I'm gonna need Ben to have a kind of stumbly draw on the play, but it's possible. All right, did you explain to everybody what's happening here?
I have not explained it. Well, I did a little bit during sideboarding. I told them I would ask you. I didn't know. I didn't know how upstanding you would be.
Of course, I'm a gentleman. So Ben didn't add any basics to his sideboard, so we had to quit. So this will be our third game, but it's our first game of this match anyway. So I will draw first, even though
Because I would have been on the play after getting stomped in game 2 savagely.
right.
And I'm going to keep.
I must mulligan. And I will keep this. Boop, boop, boop. So do we let the greed flow through us, folks? And ship this? Or...
But wouldn't the greed flowing through you be keeping it?
No, I'm keeping this
Oh,
6.
you're keeping the 6. I understand.
Trying to figure out what to mulligan here. Feels like it's probably this. And just hope for better stuff for this. Yeah. Okay.
Here you go.
Okay. No 2-drop is good news.
No 2-drop, yeah. 3-drop, though.
Oh, it's a good one. Very tempting card, if you know what I mean, Ben.
Get out of here. All right, letter of acceptance, Pog. I guess no blocks. Ooh, hello, friend. Boop.
Oh my god, that stupid card.
And boop. Go get a land. Question is which land?
Oh, right, because now you're on... I assume you're still splashing Quandrix Command, but now you're splashing other stuff too?
I think I'm going to go get this land. There's all kinds of goodies for you in the deck. All kinds of goodies.
All kinds of goodies, he said.
Okay. Let's play Pledge Mage and say go.
That's big.
Big boy. In the house.
Yeah. Large and very much in charge. Awkward not having land number 6 here. All right.
Okay. Huh. Let's go to combat.
Silver Quill Campus. And the Ben Warney
Attack like
pronunciation.
this?
Yeah, no blocks. Take 8. Ouch.
Your go.
My go.
So this is what? Barbarian books copied. So let's not walk into that. I think I'm just going to play an Eager First Year and pass.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no, we can't attack here if you have 5 open mana. There's just no way. Problem is, though, then you just get like a free practical research or something. Okay. That is fine. Resolves. I assume you hitting land drops is terrible for me. Yes. And you're going to be able to rebuy it with stupid Pillar Drop Warden. Good lord. All right, so you're targeting First Year and Pledge Mage.
Yep.
So balance my Pledge Mage and put some counters here.
Okay. Still not the worst.
Yeah, because Retha is an absurd Magic the Gathering card.
That is true.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play a Quandrix Pledge Mage. And attack.
I haven't seen any other tricks from you in this respect. I kind of want to double block. That feels like I'm getting wrecked, but I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do. I'm at 9.
I think I'm just happy with this trade, to be honest.
Great. If you're happy, I'm happy.
Both parties are happy. I know, that's odd. That can't be right.
That's not how that works, yeah. Okay. Just go. Yeah, I guess we'll just go Rutha.
Yep.
And Servant.
Okay.
And pass.
I go. Pledge Mage.
Mm-hmm.
Pass to you. Smash with the Pledge Mage. What's happening here? I don't like this.
I'm gonna draw a billion. Oh, Ben, time to get wrecked by practical research.
Class is in session. All right. Yeah. Okay, that happens. Have fun drawing your deck.
Okay.
Oh, you have 4 more cards to draw? By all means. Please, don't let me stop you. What a greedy guy.
Me?
Greedy Gus over there.
Me? Bookworm? Is that 3 CMC or less?
That is not 3 CMC or less confirmed.
So close. So this. This. Yeah. This.
Rude.
Gosh, can I attack with Servant here? Probably not.
Your go.
Okay.
These have been some intense games.
I know that, like, what looked like it was just gonna be over after you stopped me in game one. I feel like
This is a really interesting matchup.
yeah. Okay. And now
He's deep in the tank, folks.
I am deep in the tank.
In the tank. We've got him where we want him. On the ropes. I'm going to keep talking trash to get in your head. How annoying will that be?
I love that. Please keep doing it. One, two, three. Or it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So letter.
Yes.
Rutha.
Mm-hmm.
Warden.
Much tempting. Very wow.
Taste it.
Getting in there.
Taste it. You're at. Actually, not even sure I'm supposed to attack here.
Scry. Ooh. Yeah. Let's tippity top that. So we are only one Rutha deep right now. Huh? One
So you got Mage
Rutha
Duel.
deep. What does that mean that I want to do? What can you go get back? You can go get back removal spells too. Or card draw. But you have 2 pillar drops. Oy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I think this Needlethorn Drake is ultimately going to need to go if I'm going to win the game. So let's do this.
Rise of Extus. You didn't even say it as you cast it. I feel
Rise of Extus.
personally offended.
X-Deuce.
Give the people what they want, Ben.
And then these pillar drop wardens are really cramping my style. I think I'm gonna go get this, honestly. And play that and say go.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Do you have Whirlwind Denial?
Well,
I did see that, right? In game one?
you saw it in game 1.
Because, like, why did you take Tempted by the Auric?
Why did I what?
I don't know. I'm sure I'm like in my head right now.
What are you thinking? Give me your train of thought here.
I mean, if I bury in, I feel like I'm very far ahead if I bury in books and copy it with Rutha. Farther ahead than I would have been had you, like, you should have taken that and not Tempted, because Tempted isn't that good on this board.
You're also playing against me.
Who's you? What do you mean? Stop it. You're being a derp.
Oh.
Man, I don't know. I just don't know. I have time out here.
Okay. Not copying? It's true that if I click resolve here, you're not copying, correct?
That is true.
Huh.
Well, you got something. You're not in full control. I know that much, so.
That is true. I am way too lazy for that. Do I care about this? It delays the bookworm. I kind of do care, I think. Do you have a response?
I do.
You have a counterspell? No! Wow. Rude.
All right. 5.
No blocks.
$5 footlongs.
$5.
Tend the pest. You cited in Tend the Pests?
This matchup is about me not getting owned by you recurring busted spells with Pelwish Drop Ward.
I guess that's fair. I mean, it did just do something.
So let's smash.
Oh, what does that mean? Any more nonsense?
More nonsense.
Wait, what is
baby.
this? My own card?
Your own card used against you.
Oh my goodness.
Damage, and I think the safest thing for me to do is probably this, honestly.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Unknown card.
Whoa, getting aggro.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I guess I take damage and cry.
Whoa. Bookworm?
Resolves.
Ooh, all right.
Scry.
Got him on the ropes.
That's a good one.
No.
Okay. More counting with my zero time
You have to
banks.
count?
Yeah, I have Rutha. You always got to count with Rutha. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh. No, we're just doing this now, right? Yeah. And how I want to do it is this, then this. So that means I want Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's not great.
It's not great.
It's still fine, though, I think.
You seem fine. You seem like you're fine about it.
I'm okay. Just depends on how many more of them you have. Beats. Ooh. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boop.
These games, though, dude.
These have been great games.
Yeah.
This might have been the highest quality games we've given yet.
My God. Yeah, that's bad. But did you expect this?
But did you expect this? I did.
Oh, yeah, I guess I can do it like that. Okay, so...
There's more to do?
There's more. There's always more to be done, Ben. My work is never over.
Stop it. Okay. Hopefully you're just delaying the inevitable here. What is this? Sure. You have to have a follow-up play, yeah?
I do.
Oh, cram session, okay. Oh, this is going to be a giant fractal. Right? I haven't seen that yet. Ugh. What a game.
What a game. What a game. Okay, so I do want to do it like that. So then what I want is... What do I want?
I would just like to point out that I am 6 minutes ahead of you on clock for the first time ever.
Ben, we restarted the match.
Whoa. Getting aggro. Okay. You didn't know what your draw was for that turn, correct?
No, I have my library stacked.
Okay.
I'm so stressed out right now.
Why?
Because I have like 3 cards in my library. This game is very intense.
No! Oh my god, I'm gonna lose! Not like this.
Yes, like this. Like this.
Come on, bookworm.
13 13s.
Do me proud. No.
Do we do it?
Wow. You got me.
Oh my
Great
god.
games, dude. That was
What
awesome.
a match.
That was
Holy
awesome.
cow. Whew. I gotta see this deck.
That was crazy. All right.
All right, so you got your deck pulled up here. So what happened in your draft that you drafted Selesnya?
My draft was rough. I pack one, pick one, Blade Historian.
Okay.
And then my next picks were like Quandrix Apprentice, Quandrix Pledge Mage, Mage Duel. and a Bookworm maybe at some point in there. Like I was solidly Quandrix. Then it was gone, and like white was coming around, and I was like, nah, we have too good of a Quandrix start. And then I opened Quandrix Command Pack 2, and then there was like Professor of Symbology with nothing in the pack, so I took it. And then there was a Professor of Symbology with nothing in the pack, so I took it. And then it was like clear that my other neighbor was also like, if not drafting Quandrix, was doing something along those lines, and was certainly not white. And white aggro had been open, so tried to practice what we preach and abandon ship, and I sort of got there. I mean, I think my deck is good. It's very unconventional, but I think it's a good looking deck.
No, for sure. Like I'm impressed by it.
Yeah, it was a tough draft.
Playing
Tough draft,
some on some cards you would like to not play, but you got double Professor of Symbology and double Rise of Extus gives you that's just so good.
It's such raw card quality, and we have a good lesson board, and white green opens up our whole lesson board as well.
Yeah,
and the dueling coaches have synergy with the pledge mages, and it's kind of a pile, but it's kind of a nice pile. I don't hate it.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I was one of said Quandrix drafters cutting you from the right, as I'm sure you've gleaned. But it was rough for me. I got the 2 Ruthas in pack 3.
Ooh, that really tied the room together for you.
Really bought me out, because I was like, maybe I'm gonna do this like piley thing with like a bunch of letter of acceptances, and like I was thinking I was gonna be blue red for a while too, and then like splash these reconstruct histories with the letters, and I was for a second thinking about splashing Hunt because I have 2 learn spells. Like it was a rough draft, but yeah, the 2 Ruthas did really tie the room together.
Yeah, your deck looks sick.
Yeah, it was good. What do you think about not playing Jadzi? Have you played with that card?
I have not ever cast it, but I've had it in my deck before. I've heard okay things if you can really ramp out the mana in Quandrix from Klug Altars, but I have not seen it on the battlefield yet.
Yeah, I don't have that much ramp, so yeah, ended up having it on the sidelines. Oof, I need to like take a nap after that. That was
sweet. That was some hashtag content with a capital C there.
Yeah. So a rocky start, both with you crushing me in game 1 and then and our technical difficulties, but we figured it out, and I think those are pretty darn good matches.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.
All right, see you around.